water dripping, water everywhere. That's why it's like a rainforest. The little mini waterfalls right by the trail. Here's the trail. The water running down. The trail itself has its own waterfalls. The South Falls, Silver Creek State Park, on a misty, rainy winter day in February. We got so many incredible falls here in Oregon. Mountains mean falls. Lots of mountains, lots of water, rain, and you got lots of waterfalls. And there she goes over the edge. Here you have Silver Creek. It just drops over into this amphitheater gorge. And we're going to get down there. We're going to walk behind the waterfalls here in a minute. The trail to the bottom of the falls. It's pouring down rain. There's snow mixed in with this.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's like snow. Yeah, look at that. You can see the snow. A lot of water. In the summertime, there's only about half as much water going over the edge. So this is another little falls off to the side of the trail that goes down to the bottom of South Falls. So this is called Frenchy Falls. And Aaron says he thinks it looks like a drainage ditch. As we're heading down to the falls, you know, it's real easy on these trails to just kind of go from one falls to the other and look at that as the climax. But really, you look all around us and the journey to the falls, look at the moss on these trees. This is like a rainforest here. Not a tropical rainforest, but a temperate rainforest. I mean, the moss hanging off of these trees goes clear up here. You can see this is a very popular place for people to come, even in the middle of the winter. This is the biggest and kind of the most famous of the waterfalls. Look at the water just cascading down there, crashing to the bottom. Water ricocheting off of the river, 100 feet in every direction. So we were just up there overlooking the falls at the top. Now we just came down and around. Now we're at the base of the falls, actually the middle of the falls, walking around. We're going to go behind the falls. This is kind of exciting. It's like an amphitheater that the water over thousands of years has washed out. Ice and water and erosion. This is Oregon's largest state park. It's just about, I don't know, 30 miles or so west of, or east of Salem, our state capital. Hey guys, what do you think of this? Is this kind of cool?
Shelter.
Huh?
Found shelter.
Found shelter. It's kind of wet.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, this is clearly caved back here. I'm having a duck to get under the rock. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't think I've been here when there's been so much water coming over before. Pretty impressive. This is, I don't know, a couple 100 feet high. Pretty tall.
That's why it's so cold in here. It's really windy.
Yeah, creates its own kind of its own microclimate in here.
Yeah, like one.
All right, we're gonna head down into the river valley here, the little gorge. Down we go into the peaceful silence and the quietness of this valley. We're up there at the very beginning, the viewpoint where the railing is, and we looked over, and then we walked around, came down, went behind the falls, and now we're down here. So we had a little snow shower a few minutes ago. Now the sun's popping out, streaming through the trees. Kind of warm us up a little bit, hopefully. You see a little bit of blue sky up there. It's kind of nice. Everybody's taking a picture of it like a bunch of dorks. Hey, we love our outdoors here. We like to take lots of pictures of everything. It's like, you know, you take pictures of it and you capture the moment, you capture the memory. Just kind of like taking a piece of it with you. That's what the fun of photography is. You know, and I love going back later and looking at the pictures and kind of reliving it all the second time. And if you can, share it with people on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Make them all jealous, wish they were here in this beautiful part of the world. We walked down the trail a little bit. Look at these big leaf maples just full of moss and ferns, little epiphyte licorice ferns growing out of the moss in the crotches of the trees. They look like people. They look like kind of hairy, shaggy monsters, friendly monsters. Look at these green, everything lush and verdant. It's just a wonderland of its own. The moss is like, some of this moss is like 3, 4, 5 inches thick and hanging off the tree. It's like this velvet carpet on everything. It's wet and muddy, mud puddles all over the place. The rain has kind of stopped, and we're just enjoying this beautiful scenery. Still kind of cold, but not as cold as it was under the waterfalls. That was really cold. It was frigid. I'm here with my boys. Good sized trees in here, nothing real large. This tree is pretty good. This is a Douglasfir. It's about 3.5 feet in diameter. I guess that's a big tree for some people. It's not real big for us here in the Pacific Northwest. So we're getting our glimpse of our second waterfalls here. And we'll get a little better view. Anyway, there's a bunch of steps that go down to it. Look at all those steps. We're gonna go down those steps, get to the bottom of that waterfalls. Well, here we are going down the steps, mud, water everywhere. Got nice handrails here. This would have been quite a job to build these. All this stuff was built back in the 1930s. This rock work during the CCC days, Great Depression, by the Civilian Conservation Corps. Beautiful rock work. I guess you can go behind that one too. We have some of the best waterfalls anywhere. Some of the tallest waterfalls, and many of them. There's dozens of waterfalls, great waterfalls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 600 feet in height, within an hour to an hour and a half's drive of Portland. That's just one small part of Oregon. Lots of mountains, lots of water, means lots of waterfalls. Natural beauty of Elohim's creation. Very popular place. Hardy Oregonians put on their Gore-Tex and their boots and off they go. Hear the echo and the roar in this grotto, this cavern, this amphitheater has been carved out over thousands of years by the water. So we're gonna walk behind this one too. That's kind of cool. How many waterfalls do you get to walk behind? You see them up above, from the top. You see them from the bottom. You see them from the middle, and you see them from behind. That's kind of cool. Cool, literally. It's cold back here. Water dripping everywhere. Very wet day. All the rain we've been having in Oregon, huge amount of water volume. I don't know, not even 100 feet tall. Somewhere in there.
I think that's an airplane.
Darren's like that here.
I want to go under it. Yeah. So.
There's the bridge.
So far we have come across about 5. I think this is falls number 5. This is Double Falls. Each falls is unique and beautiful and spectacular in its own right. All this within several miles. Aaron, he hasn't had a shower in about a week, so he decided he better grab one while he can. This is Drake Falls. This is falls number 6. They got a nice little viewing platform here for us. Kind of hangs out over the cliff. Another moss-covered, rain-dripping cliff. There's just dozens of these. Water all over the place. We've had a lot of rain this year. These ferns just dripping with water. That's what makes this, one of the things that makes this trail so charming at this time of the year. You wouldn't see this in the summertime. Right next to the trail and right across from falls number, I don't know, 6 or 7. I think I lost track of how many we've seen so far. Here's another falls. That falls is probably 40 feet wide, maybe 50. Just roaring, the sound of it filling this grotto, this cavern area here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, also, I don't think there, but I'm never going to see that dude again.
Another giant fir tree. It's about 5.5 feet, 5.5 feet in diameter. Next is Roaring Falls. Guess what? We get to walk behind this falls too. So we're hiking along here just past our, I think our 7th falls, and then I came to this. This is a hemlock tree. Look at the roots. It's on a bank here, just above the trail. Look at the roots on that thing. You don't always get to see the roots of a tree. Kind of like it's like an X-ray. All the dirt has washed away from the roots of the tree, or a lot of the dirt. And here you can see how intricate and how complex and numerous the root system is on this beautiful hemlock tree. Sapsucker holes in it. This is one of the smaller falls. It's probably about 100 feet tall, but it still has its own unique beauty. This amphitheater bowl of basalt lined with mosses and lichens and ferns. Got its own unique beauty, own personality. We're about ready to go up out of the gorge, up to the rim. The last falls we just saw, here it comes out of a culvert that goes under the road, goes under the trail, over the edge, and you don't have any idea what it looks like from this vantage point by the parking lot until you hike down there and look up and see the beauty that is there.